Greetings, citizens of the world. We are anonymous and you should have expected us. And you know why? Because the 5th of November is getting closer. You know what that means. You should start preparing yourselves for the Million Mask March, which is an annual global call to action and to protest against the internet censorship, corruption, mass government surveillance and police violence and brutality. What happened in 2018? Why we protest and march together across the globe in 2019. People should keep their eyes wide open, and that is why we are about to hit the streets all over the world again. To wake you up and to keep you aware of the upcoming danger which is targeted at the people across the globe and at you directly. The United States administration is drafting an executive order that would put Federal Trade Commission and Federal Communications Commission in charge of monitoring and policing online speech on the internet. The SOPA is live again and nobody really cares about it. Under the cover of the copyright protection, the European Union finally introduced the ACTA II directive, which is currently being implemented by all the member states. The European institutions and our local authorities completely ignored our voice. The voice of more than 5 million people who didn't give their consent to take over the net by the governments and the biggest publishing houses. The new set of laws that are going to kill the internet as we know it is now being prepared under pressure from the governments, lobbyists, corporations, and publishing houses. At the same time, the new rankings of citizens that we know very well from China are coming to us and are closer than you think. Australia has started their tests of the Chinese social credit system, and many other countries are currently considering launching similar tools. Many of them have bought a Pegasus system from Israel that allows their authorities to control the mobile devices of their citizens on a regular basis. There are many more dangerous regulations yet to come, and we can easily recognize them right away, like for example the terrorist content or the hate speech regulations. They wish to take over the control and to kill our freedom of expression. They aim to silence us all by passing vague laws and therefore to keep all of us under their monitoring. They use the advanced recognition software and the artificial intelligence in order to accomplish that. You need to join us and to express your disapproval of those methods of oppression before it's too late. We need to make this clear enough for them and to wipe the smile off their dirty faces. We are going to send out a clear message to those fools that we will always stay ahead of them, and even though these ridiculous laws passes, we will introduce at least a couple of alternatives to communicate with each other without being controlled. Aside from that, we will also remind you of the police brutality against the citizens of Hong Kong, Catalonia, Haiti, Indonesia, yellow vests in France, etc., without forgetting about the victims of the conflict in Palestine or Yemen. We will remind you about the arrest of Julian Assange and Chelsea Manning. You should defend them with us along with other WikiLeaks journalists and the whistleblowers muffled by oppression. We won't give up. You only need to be with us. Remain strong. Show up on the Million Mask March in your country and join the network. The fight is far from over, but we haven't lost yet. Countries around the globe are drafting bills to justify censorship, including SOPA, ACTA II and social credit system. This is not limited to few countries or regions. Governments around the world are depriving the freedom and rights of its citizens in the name of terrorism. Anonymous will forever stand with citizens to fight against any form of authority. We are fighters of freedom, defenders under the ideals of anarchism. We have no rules, for freedom forever imbues the will and concept of civil liberty. No army can kill an idea, as inclusion, love, and knowledge is the very root and basis of man. We have no leader, no limits, to have all minds and ideas to be discussed and improved, until the completion of the great construction. It is time to consummate our effort along the years behind. Anonymous will not ask for support from foreign authorities, as our survival is derived from the mutual support of citizens. For the situation in Hong Kong, civil enlightenment is far from sufficient to resist against your enemy. Pleading help from governments of Great Britain and America is just wishful thinking. Authorities only express statements for the sake of benefits that entails, never from the basis of civil rights and welfare. Only the turnover of authority by the people ensures the success of a revolution. Yet who can guarantee that no dictator will reign after this? This will be a vicious cycle, the strong forever oppressing the weak. We citizens had it enough, and your resistance will make an end to this endless cycle. You need a system with more counterbalancing powers on the authority, and this is the reason Anonymous exists on. Nativism is the new drug that intensifies ethnic pride to an irremediable predicament. When it comes to situations that one side has too much power over others, Anonymous will step in to correct the imbalance. Force will be applied specifically on unjust and bystanding moralists, whom will receive punishment unlimited in form and time span. People who disregards the will of citizens will be pursued and persecuted no matter the power in reign of the society. To be a citizen acting under the existing frame laid by the system is no resistance, but having you enslaved within the system, depriving you of power to make change. It is time to end your vain wishes. Unity is on the interaction between citizens, not from the words from political parties. Everyone can discuss and unite on resisting injustice. Citizens are the heart of the society, and no one can represent your stand except your own. Achieve your ideals, and maintain inclusiveness and openness to all voices at the same time. Citizens are the people who share the same destiny in the society. Recognize no social contract made by the governing body of HXR. You are not slaves of monetary wealth. Let yourself have enough freedom to fight unjust and enslaving laws. Anonymous will reassure that Hong Kong will be named Hong Kong, not Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. This does not mean independence. Rather, it will mean Hong Kong will rebirth in the international society as a federation. Final the power we took from the people, we return to the people. We think too much and feel too little. Let us all united as ones. And divided by zero. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.